Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, the 31st of March. We're coming to you again from City Hall in Macomb. This is Mayor Mike Inman. As many of you probably already are aware, Governor J.B. Pritzker this afternoon extended the stay-at-home order through the end of April. And I think if you've been keeping tabs on how things have been going both at the national level and really the global level, this is not or should not be a surprise to us. I anticipated that the order would be extended, and we hope that we've given you some indication in our opportunity to be talking to you over the last couple of weeks that likely was coming. So shouldn't be a big surprise. We, as I said, we're expecting it. So we're in kind of a critical phase here. So it's going to be doubly important for us to be cognizant of the social distancing and the other guidelines that the CDC has provided to everyone across the country as it relates to slowing the spread of COVID-19. So we're going to post up that data on the screen now from the CDC. And as we do that, we want to remind you that should you have symptoms that are outlined here, fever, cough, shortness of breath, that there will be an opportunity for you still and continuing to access McDonough District Hospital's nurse hotline, and that number will be appearing on your screen shortly, where you can call and be screened, pre-screened for testing. So you can call the hotline number, you'll speak to a medical professional, they'll assess your symptoms, and they'll give you specific guidance, because again, we do not want you going directly to the hospital or to your primary care provider to go into that facility without them knowing that you're coming in advance. So there'll be some protocols once you get screened, and they'll go over all that with you at that nurse hotline. So we'd also like to remind our folks in the small business community that there are programs set up both at the state and federal level for monetary assistance. You can access the Macomb Area Chamber of Commerce website, and that'll appear on your screen here in just a moment, and they'll have a complete list. Or you can contact the Office of Community Development here at City Hall, and that number is available on the city's website. And you can contact Mr. John Bannon, who's the Community Development Coordinator. We have those programs set up and ready to go, and we're anxious to share that information with you. We'd also like to remind you that the census is tomorrow. The official census day is April 1st. So many of you have still not had a chance to go over that census information that was sent to you in the mail over the last couple of weeks. This would be an ideal time to do that. I would encourage you from maybe a little bit of a competitive and lighthearted standpoint that we're slightly behind the state average in compliance and getting that done already. Fraction of a percentage point or more, but I'd also remind you that some of the other communities in McDonough County are ahead of us percentage-wise in the completion of that census data. So let's take this opportunity to complete the census data. It is probably more important than ever that we be properly counted. A couple of rumors we'd like to squelch for, while we're on today. There were some rumors yesterday, and they continue today, that some change in alcohol sales was about to take place either statewide or locally. That's not the case. The liquor laws are not changed in Macomb. As a matter of fact, we've actually given the opportunity for some of our restaurateurs in the community who already were liquor license holders the ability to sell that alcohol as part of their carry-out or home delivery. And that was something that was provided us through the State of Illinois Liquor Control Commission, so allowing them to do what they were already doing except in a curbside or carry-out basis. So there is no attempt to curtail the sales of alcohol for those of you that may be concerned about that. If you have concerns, we will continue to be open via electronic means, phone or email here at City Hall. So please reach out to us. You can go directly to the website, and you can find out the direct number for my office or any number one of the offices here at City Hall. Would remind you also that the Yard Waste Center will open later this week, and the folks at the Yard Waste Center will be utilizing social distancing, so they'll not be handing you information. You just need to be prepared to identify yourself from your car. There'll be an interaction with our staff, all incorporating social distancing and those guidelines that are meant to be. We'll also make sure that if there is an overwhelming demand, we'll not let folks congregate there, and we'll have to monitor that carefully, but be assured that that's available as we look towards the opportunity later this week for you to get out and do some yard work at your homes. And remember, even when you are out, groups of people that are not related should not be interacting with one another. And I know that's hard to do. I appreciate that on every level, but it's so vitally important that we continue our very best efforts at maintaining what we can control, and that's our ability to limit the spread of this virus by social distancing, eliminating our contact in public. For example, when you go to the grocery store, I would refrain from taking the whole family with you. It should be one person going out, making those interactions in public. Again, limiting our public interactions is going to be the key to slowing the spread of this virus. We want to thank you for what you've done so far. And I want to encourage you that even though the executive order today extended this for another 30 days, we can do it. We absolutely can do it, and we can do it together. We'll be in touch. Thank you.